We will now call the meeting of the Beaufort County Board of Education agenda setting on October 12, 2020 to order. The meeting is being conducted in a hybrid fashion. Some are in the district office in person, and some are joining by video conferencing over Zoom. We now need a motion to approve the agenda.
I move we approve the agenda.
All right.
I'll second it.
Okay, Mr. Smith, thank you. Any discussion? All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, that motion carries unanimously. All right, please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please be seated. The media has been properly notified, and this meeting is being live streamed by county channel. The first order of business is approval of the committee meeting minutes from September 28, 2020 agenda setting meeting. So do we have a motion to approve those?
I move we approve the minutes from the September 28th, 2020 agenda setting.
Do we have a second?
I'll second it.
Okay. Thank you. Any discussion? Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
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 Okay, was that you, Will, too?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So that carries unanimously. Next is setting the next business meeting agenda, which is October 20, 2020. We have a draft agenda. All right. Yeah, thank you.
I didn't change it for 4:30 because I just copied it over, but it's just whatever you want it to be.
Okay. So the top part, Robin, is the same as always, right?
Yes. Except for the time.
The dates. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no, the dates are right.
Yeah, the date's right. All right. So the safety drill schedule. I don't remember. Oh yeah, that we had placed that at the second meeting in October, but that would be an executive session. Dr. Rodriguez, is your staff ready to do that? It doesn't seem like it would be a very long presentation.
No, it should be rather short.
Okay. So
And the safety drill schedule, the actual dates are not something that has to be an executive session. So, I mean, the safety drill schedule was actually given out when we did that PE on safety and security. So I'm not exactly sure if there's some other topic that needed to be addressed, but the actual drill schedule is, public information, I think.
so it really should be a schedule that's divulged in public?
Well, I don't even know if you need to even have it on there because it was already done in that PE. So I
But I
wonder
think
if there's something else.
If you start asking questions that take you down another road,
Yeah, that's true.
we can't talk about it here.
Okay. Mr. Smith?
Actually, Dr. Rodriguez took the words right out of my mouth. He said exactly what I was going to say.
So maybe instead of notating it as the schedule, we should just put safety drills.
Yeah, that's what I think also.
Well, what we could put with respect to the FOIA is that under 30-4-20C, it says information relating to security plans
Yeah.
and devices utilized by public body is required to be closed to the public. So I guess we could say information related to security plans.
Okay.
That would be what the conversation is going to be.
Information related to security drill schedule and security plan. I'm not sure.
I would just say security plan.
Yeah, more about the plan.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The schedule is public.
Yeah.
I think it should be the plan then.
Information relating to security plan, and then I'll quote that section.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Are you good with that, Mr. Smith?
That's fine.
Okay, so to me, it seems like that the time should be 5:30. I mean, it doesn't seem like it's gonna be a lengthy, okay. So Dr. R thinks the staff, it would be reasonable to do it, would be 30 minutes.
Got it.
And there's nothing else under the executive session, is that correct?
No, certainly not at the moment.
Okay. So let's adjust the time. Molly,
Okay.
about 30.
Okay. And I'm changing it to information relating to security plan.
Right.
First, and I'll give you the site, Robin. I'll email that.
All right.
Okay, thank you. Okay. Then we come out into public session. With possible action. And the usual approval agenda, pledge of allegiance, moment of silence, statement of media notification. Then we have our first public comments. And we have the chairman's report. And at this time, I don't have anything in particular that I can think of that will be under there, but I may by Tuesday of next week. And we have the approval of the minutes from our last board meeting. William? Okay, thanks. All right, then we have the committee reports. The ad hoc board self-evaluation, finance operations with the construction update.
Operations might have more, but I know for sure we have the construction update on there.
Okay.
And we'll have the PE, whatever it is, PE 80.
Hopefully, you
Yeah.
won't send it back.
Okay.
Okay. And we're down to the superintendent's report. Here it says continuation, but I think that's from,
Yeah,
is that because of the construction update or is
I
that?
need to take that off.
Okay,
Mhm.
just take off the word continuation.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll let you go through these and I'll,
Yep. So we have a map update, and we're gonna talk about essentially current results and information, and then how we're gonna what kind of things we're putting in place to support student needs based on the current information.
so that should be titled map update.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's fine. And then we have a TSI and priority schools update.
So Robin, I would just make it clear on the agenda that those are two separate things. So maybe just say TSI and priority schools update.
Okay.
Because right now it kind of looks like it's sort of one
Yeah, okay,
for the two.
You can make 2 bullets out of it.
Yeah, or just
Yes.
just make it clear that it's two separate items.
will do.
All right.
Then the BCSD PAC update, they don't meet till after this meeting.
Okay.
So I think that probably better served on the next on November agenda.
So let me, I'm just looking at the future agenda topics.
Let me pull those up right quick.
Yeah, I have the hard copy here in front of me.
It says October, November.
Yes,
yes, it does. It's on the front page, Tina.
Okay.
So we'll say November 10th.
Oh, yeah. November. Okay. So that would be like November 10th then. They're not ready yet.
okay.
Then under fiscal responsibility, we have the monthly transparency report. We have the 100K report. We have the board monthly budget, and we should probably add an impact fee update for that.
Okay. And that was one of the things we had as outstanding future agenda topics.
Yep.
I think that might be on.
What about
Page 2.
The request from, the article in the paper today seemed to indicate that,
On the tax bill?
yeah, the tax bills. Would Tanya have any more information about that?
At the moment, she does not. By then she may, because I think county council was meeting on that today.
Today,
Yeah, they are.
So we may or may not, but I don't know what they're gonna do.
can we add it here? I mean, is it the type of update that could be handled by an email? Or does it have to be at a public meeting?
Well, I think the public would like to know, and plus we also had a board member send a request about that today, because they would like that to be on the agenda.
So that's why I brought it up.
I mean, we can add it up there if there's nothing to say, we
Right.
say there's nothing to say.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't honestly think we don't know whether there will be adequate information for an update or not, so let's have a placeholder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what is it, what are we adding?
Tax bill up?
Tax bill update, yeah.
Okay,
She could at the very least just say whatever came out of county council.
Right.
Right.
Say,
Just to
that's
state.
all we know.
Yeah, exactly.
Does that work, Mr. Smith?
you're muted.
Muted. Thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
All right, then we're on to,
Then that,
I'll let you continue.
well, on other matters, at the moment, I don't have anything for COVID-19 update. So,
So would you like that removed?
yeah,
Remove other matters or just COVID-19?
yeah, I don't have anything else for other matters, so.
You can just,
Okay.
whole thing.
Do have something for board business action.
Okay, so let's hold on for a second. All right, no hands are up. All right.
Williams, hands up.
Yes, Mr. Smith?
So we're not discussing any COVID-19 updates?
I don't have a particular update at the moment. We're in hybrid. We talked about that last week. I don't have anything in particular.
Well, I just know that some of the other districts were, other places were seeing the numbers go up, and I'm watching the numbers are going up in South Carolina. So I think we should leave it there to closer to the board meeting and decide then whether we don't want to leave have it or not. But I think as of now, I should stay with the numbers going up right now. The numbers have begun to go back up in South Carolina. So I mean, we never know what the change could possibly be.
That's fine. If you want to leave it on there, that's fine. And we could, as we get closer to the meeting, if there's nothing to add or say, we can remove it, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Or you can
Before we publish, right?
or you can
That's what you're saying, Mr. Smith?
That'd be fine.
Okay,
Okay.
that's fine.
Yeah.
So, Ms. Fishenberry, if you leave other matters and leave the COVID-19 update on there, and then as we get closer before we publish the agenda, if there's nothing to add, if there's nothing to say, we can remove it at that time.
David's raising his hand.
How do you see that?
I see his picture.
Oh, his picture hand.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait a second. David?
Thank you, Madam Chair. I think you need to leave it on there because I think at a minimum, we would want to give an update on cases in our schools. Because I know the public is very interested in how many cases we have in our schools.
Okay, that's fair.
All right. So then we're down to the board business action. And there's I think this might be worded, could be worded a little better.
Okay. Whatever.
The motion postpone from Colonel Guyer, I guess you'd say coming out of executive session and the date of the last one, right? So it was 10/6 or October 6th. As it was specifically put on this agenda.
Got it. Motion postponed from Colonel Guyer out of executive session on October 6th.
Anybody have better wording than that? No, okay. So that would be the first business item. And then the next thing is discussion of changing the date of November work session, because several members have approached me about that and asked me to have that on the agenda. So we will.
Do you want to look at the future topic? You want me to put that up now to see if you want to? We got it.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
So to have a board business action item on the use of 8% funds for Whale Branch Elementary and Middle School remediation project from that mold. So that we need to have an item on there for the board.
Okay, so
Title.
use of 8% funds.
Yeah, use of 8% funds for Whale Branch remediation work.
Okay. Whale Branch.
Is it one? or
It's
both?
both elementary.
Whale Branch
and-
Elementary and Whale Branch Middle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Whale Branch Elementary and Middle Schools. For remediation work. Okay. Did you get that, Robin?
Yes, use of 8% funds for Whale Branch Elementary and Middle School remediation work.
Should we put in mold remediation?
You can, I mean, that's
Yeah,
what this is about.
yeah, I
Yeah.
would be more specific and put in mold before remediation.
That's fine. That's what it's
Or
about.
we can say for remediation work. Yeah, mold is fine.
Yeah.
Because there might be other things too.
I know,
Yeah.
I mean, it's all
Yeah, it's,
We can say for remediation work related to mold
related
issue.
to mold issues,
That's good.
yeah.
Related to mold issues.
Yes,
Uh-huh.
yeah, that's
Got it.
better.
Because, you know, they might have to
Yeah.
take down the wall or. Okay. So then there's three items under there.
yeah.
This is you had on there review the district's emergency plans using 8% funds. Do you want that on this meeting or another one?
Yeah,
We've already got quite a bit on here, but,
Let me change this to November.
I don't think so. I think that could fit on here. I really don't see this meeting has that full.
I think the stuff under the superintendent's report is probably pretty lengthy.
Signing a priority school update is going to be lengthy.
Is it gonna be lengthy?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of, you know.
There's gonna be 8
Right.
schools that present.
Right.
The map update, you just said you're gonna take measures on,
What the data is
yeah, and what,
and what we're going to do.
yeah, that's gonna be fairly lengthy. I think the impact fee update is gonna be lengthy. I think the tax bill update is gonna be lengthy. So let's see. I'm just looking at the other things here.
I think the operations committee update is going to be lengthy also.
Is it?
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, you have the construction update, that's usually 45 minutes.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then we have a long list of things
Uh-huh.
that may or may not come forward.
Well, we're kind of talking about emergency 8% funds with the mold.
Yeah, we are, in a way.
That's an example.
Yeah. I think the target of this is though for like hurricanes and other emergencies. So I think it's a little different target. If I'm interpreting what Colonel Geyer was aiming at, and it looks like we might have dodged that bullet this year. So I don't think think there's urgency to that yet.
I'm not
So I think, yeah, you knock on wood for me. All I got is synthetic stuff here.
That's what we have here too.
Yeah. Well,
Let's see, well,
move
Earl,
that
maybe Earl has a
Okay.
comment. Mr. Campbell?
Oh, first meeting in November. What date is that?
It's the 10th.
10th of November.
It's not the same night as election night.
Okay, all
It's
right.
Marine Corps birthday.
Thank you.
It seems like maybe that, it does seem to me that we have a very lengthy agenda already. And we are gonna cover that topic in part under the mold remediation. So maybe full discussion would be good to have at the work session in November. You know, or I think that's probably where a good discussion. It just seems that it's an awful lot for this
Yeah,
agenda.
I think it's too much to put on.
I would just
Yeah.
we haven't yet had much success in having this day at one session.
Sorry.
I would almost rather say, on a personal level, this is the
I
agenda.
can hear you, Dr. Rodriguez. Can you speak up a little bit?
Yes. Yeah, I'm sorry. I just almost rather say, we think it's hefty already. Let's see how it goes and then gauge it for the next one. Whether it's not enough or not.
Yeah.
Okay.
Seems like a lot. It seems like a lot.
Okay. That's fine.
You good with that, William?
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Okay. All right. And if we look at the future agenda, everybody can take a look at those and see. The grants was done. The map is this meeting. The safety drill, well, schedules it. We're not looking at the drill schedule, we're looking at the plan.
Mhm.
All right, on this meeting. So that will be November, the review of the district emergency plan.
Efficiency study.
Yeah, we already,
I have a question.
yeah,
So when we cover an item that's on here, does it stay on here or do we remove it?
normally.
I remove it. I can take it off.
Take it off.
So like the grants update, right, we did that last time.
Yes.
Tanya talked about the budget process, although I'll have to revisit it later, but we did cover it.
Yeah. We covered, for example, the board videotapes, that was covered.
Right.
Some normally goes to the operations committee first, and then they bring it forward to the full board.
So the last two were things that came out of the board meeting for future topics. So the lessons learned is David, and
Right.
Mel's was the next one.
So the lesson learned on the contracts, that seems like a good, once again, work session.
Yeah.
Because that would be a good discussion of, you know, what did we learn, how we're gonna change the process, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, that'll take you at least an hour, probably longer.
Thank you.
I think our work session's full.
I know, it's gonna be. And then, now the motion that the policy committee revisit the process.
Well, I don't think that was a motion. I think it was a suggestion. And I talked to Mel, and said we really should discuss that during the first reading when we get to that section of the policy manual.
Yeah.
And he agreed.
Policy, okay. So that will be first reading during policy. Okay.
The last one on here, update on impact fees.
we're
Tanya's gonna do that. this
Yeah, we
year.
are, exactly. So I put in October 20.
Is there other things on the list that I don't have?
No, I think well, I can't think of any. I think that the list here.
I'll remove the ones that we already have and then put the dates on the new ones.
So I've gotten
Yeah.
a couple emails from constituents asking about the start times, that be revisited. And last, before COVID came, I think it was with the operations committee, and operations was going to arrange some public to comment by cluster. So do we just, bring it back to them?
Yeah, to me, that it was still in the wasn't it still in the operations committee? David, do you have a good recollection of where
Yes.
it was?
We did the survey.
Yeah.
And then we were going to schedule community meetings, but we never did. And then start times became a moot point.
Right.
Because of COVID. So we're going to we should revisit that for next year. But right now we can't have the community meetings until the COVID clears. So that's pretty much where we are. We're on a hold until the virus clears so that we can have the next step, which is the community meetings.
Yeah.
I think every cluster was going to have their own meeting.
Right. Yeah, that's my understanding as well.
That's correct. So that would be my response. I mean, that's the response I'm giving to people that ask me about it.
That's basically what I said. I just wanted to.
Yeah, I've gotten some too. Some are I think the same as you, Cathy, and maybe some separate. Okay. Looks like that would be the completion of this agenda. So the next order of business would be the next agenda setting meeting, correct? So everybody can go into the.
That would be for the November 10th meeting. So it would be generally Monday, November 2nd.
Yeah. So that's the night before election.
I'm okay with that.
Schedule it for November 2nd at 4.
If that works for everybody.
Works for me. Well,
William?
Yeah, it works for me as well.
Okay. All right, so that will be our next agenda setting meeting. And so, Dr. Rodriguez, I've gotten several requests from board members that our current work session is the first weekend of the Thanksgiving week, which is not good for a number of people. And so the preference seems so far, what I've heard, is to move the work session to the earlier weekend.
13th and 14th.
Yeah.
Does that work for you?
But we'll have to have something that's going to come up at the 20th meeting by vote.
I have on the 14th, I have a scheduled community meeting, session meeting at 10 a.m. via Zoom. They do one of two things. I can move it. If they can move it, I can move it. I can see if they'll get me on a different day, right? Or I could step out and do a little bit while the meeting continued and then come back with that meeting.
So what kind of meeting is it?
It's, one of the different groups out in the community that are.
Oh,
always
community,
looking-
okay.
Yeah, so I mean, I can do one of those
Yeah,
three things.
okay.
So the 13th and the 14th will be fine.
Well, Madam Chair, I don't think we should be discussing this in the
That's what I
agenda
was about to
meeting.
say.
So
Uh,
I wanted him aware of it, so he can start thinking,
Yeah.
that it may be.
That's fine.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, so. All right, so,
Motion to adjourn?
yeah, well, who was that, William?
Yes.
Okay.
Second?
All right, any discussion? All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
All right.
Adjourn.